In this video, we are going to discuss the Michell Gyro SE turntable. Let's get into it. John Michell started his engineering career when he served his apprenticeship at Finchley Motors in the early 50s, ultimately starting his own business in engineering, growing from a small shed to an industrial building, and even building models for Stanley Kubrick for movies like 2001: A Space Odyssey. While doing these engineering jobs, John also made parts for Transcriptors turntables, as well as other brands at the time. Now, when Transcriptors moved to Ireland in 1973, John took over manufacturing under license for the reference hydraulic turntable. In 1977, John Michell produced his first turntable under his name called the Michell Reference Electronic. Also, Michell invented the record clamp technology that is still used today in many of the finest turntables. Now, in 1982, John Michell introduced the gyro deck and made turntable history. The gyro deck has been improved over the years and is still offered by Michell Engineering to this day. In 2019, Michell introduced a new line of moving coil cartridges that took over 4 years to engineer and produce to their high standards. Now, in 2022, Michell ushered in a rebranding of the whole entire brand, promising to bring a host of new products and improvements for the future. When you take a look at the Michell Gyro SE, you'll see that there are lots of intricate parts on this table that might at first seem intimidating. However, the guide that Michell includes is very informative and even has photos to help you identify the parts that is discussed. If you follow their detailed guide, the assembly is straightforward and the individual parts all show the level of quality that Michell is known for. And if you purchase from Audio Advice, our team of turntable experts is just a chat, phone call, or email away to ensure that you set it up properly if you have any other questions. We also offer free shipping, price guarantee, and lifetime expert support. From the acrylic spider that supports the chassis to the solid brass weights that add mass and more momentum to the platter, we were sure when we first saw the Gyro SE that it's a table built with very high precision. The Gyro SE lives up to being the small edition of the gyro deck that made turntable history. The Gyro SE utilizes its incredible engineering to set itself apart from many other turntables in the same price class. Let's take a closer look at what makes it so great. First, there's a 3-point spring suspension system that keeps any unwanted vibration from reaching the sub-chassis, keeping the vital parts isolated from the rest of the environment. Next, it has a platter material that is very close to the dampening characteristics of vinyl records themselves. And to further improve platter momentum, brass weights are utilized, which improves speed stability and while in flutter, giving it that sound the best British tables are famous for. When you look at the drive motor of the Gyro SE, you'll see it's completely isolated from the rest of the structure. The only touching parts are the drive belt itself, ensuring total noise isolation. In addition, it has a sub-chassis that is weighted and balanced like a pendulum using the spring suspension. This also allows total isolation from any vibration or noise-causing artifacts. And finally, the main platter bearing is a top oiling inverted bearing. Using a modified Archimedean screw machined into the inside bore of the bearing, oil is drawn up through a reservoir so that the main bearing is constantly receiving fresh oil for the best lubricating properties. Utilizing all the above technologies allows the Gyro SE to be a purchase that will last a lifetime, giving the end user solid peace of mind. The Michell Gyro SE also allows the use of different tone arms. Michell's own Techno Arm 2 is the recommended arm for the Gyro SE and is a highly modified Riga arm. Michell takes this already great arm and shot blasts it for more rigidity while also drilling 22 strategically placed holes in the underside of the arm to further reduce mass. Now, the arm's head shell is then machined to be perfectly parallel with the bearing position. Michell uses high-quality lit silver wires in the Techno Arm 2 for better signal integrity. But the best part about these new arms is that you can add a Michell-designed VTA adjuster to this arm, making it fully adjustable for virtually any cartridge. We love the Techno Arm 2 and think it's a worthy arm for the Gyro SE, but if you already have a favorite SME, Riga, or Lin tone arm, Michell has a plate to allow you to use it with the Gyro SE. Michell offers two types of covers for the Gyro SE. the ISO base, and the secure cover that will give you an isolation base and a full cover for the turntable. Now this allows the best protection against dust, pets, or children from damaging the sensitive parts on this turntable. The unit cover on the right protects the vital parts of the turntable from dust that also allows for an open look at the table. It is great for people who love the look of the table and want to show it off, but don't want to have children or pets that could possibly damage the table. We thought having both options was an excellent decision. There were 2 Gyro SE turntables set up at Audio Advice Live 2023 that allowed us to fully get up to speed on the capability of this fine turntable. Both Gyro SEs had different cartridges on them, so we're only going to speak to the general performance of the turntable itself, not the different cartridges. The first album we played was John Coltrane Blue Train, which is a jazz classic. The Michell Gyro SE gave us a true-to-life rendition of this great album. Now all noise was in check, not being found anywhere unless the record had it itself. The bass was full with detailed and natural sound. The mid-range was magical, giving a real sense of tone correctness and body. Now John's sax sat right in its own space in the mix and was very realistic. Highs were very smooth and articulate, which is a great showing as this album can be a strident on lesser turntables. Considering the price of the entry for the Gyro SE, this was a great performance indeed. The next album that we tried was the 2012 release from the Sword Apocryphon. It's a legendary album in the world of heavy music and can really test the ability of a component to showcase the instruments in their own space. The Michell Gyro SE did exactly that. Both guitars, bass, drums, and the singer all had their own respective space on the stage, allowing the performance and instrumentation to shine. Imaging was locked in and solid, and the soundstage was wide and deep. The kind of music that will really test a turntable's ability to keep the composure, giving the dynamics and the drive of the tracks. The Gyro SE, with its isolated motor and platter mechanism, takes the music in stride and allows us to get the most out of our listening experience. Plus, we just had a blast playing this album. Bad Company's 1977 album Burnin' Sky is an album that we sometimes use to test turntables. Now this album has a warm and bass-heavy sound to it that can show the ability of a turntable to showcase this bass without boominess or bloat. The Michell Gyro SE was able to reproduce this whole album with great bass detail, again showcasing the total isolation of the turntable from its environment. Lesser turntables can turn this album into muddy mush in the bass. The Gyro SE laughed off the extra bass and delivered all the detail you could want. The rest of the instruments seemed to float in the air as the songs played, giving the presentation extra air and soundstage width. Mid-range was detailed and smooth, moving into a clean and lifelike treble. The Gyro SE continued to impress, giving this 70s rock and roll gem a new life. The Michell Gyro SE impressed us fully and gives us a truly high-end turntable in its price class, only to be bettered by much more expensive turntables, including Michell's own Orb models. It offers all of the advantages that have made Michell turntables sought-after machines, but at a smaller footprint for an easy-to-live-with package that can fit in about any system. Having an upgrade path, should you choose to explore it, is just an added bonus and gives this turntable an edge over many of its competitors. Now, if you have further questions about this great turntable, be sure to reach out to our team of experts at audioadvice.com via chat, phone, or email, and we'd be happy to help you out. Our world-class showrooms have a variety of turntables on display and are another great way for you to compare and hear them for yourself. But if you're already sold, we offer free shipping, lifetime support, and a price guarantee at audioadvice.com. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and turn on the notifications so you don't miss out on any of our latest videos. Now, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.